Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Nicole Frolic of Inflexible Me, and today I'm going to give you guys some insight on this upcoming lunar eclipse. It is a blood moon, therefore it is a total lunar eclipse, which means the energies are going to be super powerful. One of the reasons why it's going to be even more powerful than normal is because it is part of a trinity of eclipses that has happened over the past year. If you remember, back in August, we had a total solar eclipse plus a couple of partial lunar eclipses. Back in January, February, same thing. And this one, we have two partial solar eclipses and a total lunar eclipse. Now, I'm going to give you some extra details that came out of my podcast last week from my good friend Linda McGillis, which she shared some beautiful insight that she gained from Spirit. But before I do, I wanted to share with you what came up in my meditation this morning when I asked for some insight on the upcoming lunar energies. And what I was shown was I saw settlers on horseback, kind of in a face-off or standoff with the Native Americans. And it was interesting to watch. It kind of looked like stormy kind of weather, clouds rolling in, but instead of going into battle, what happened is there was a peace treaty signed, and it was kind of like the sharing of the land. And so it was really beautiful to watch. And what I understood from that was when I asked for more clarity, I received that this lunar eclipse is allowing us to jump into a new timeline of transcendence, transmutation of old traumas and wounds, patterns that no longer serve us, and that we're kind of jumping into a new version, a fifth dimensional version of that. So kind of like new earth feeling around it. And it kind of fell in line with what my friend Linda shared with us on our podcast last week. And I'll leave a link in the description below for anyone who wants to check out that episode. She just gives us so much wisdom and insight. I love having her on the show. So if any of you are interested, you can click on that to listen to the full update that she gave us on this lunar eclipse. But basically, there's ties of it to the Mayan calendar in the year 2012. And she told us all to look back to our life back in the year of 2012, specifically around this particular time in July. And when I looked back at my own life, it gave me goosebumps. Gosh, it gives me chills just thinking about it right now. But I went through a very traumatic event, and the event occurred on what is now going to be the lunar eclipse. So that in itself is just kind of giving me chills. But basically, you were shown an opportunity that could have come out to the greatest good. It could have been something amazing that happened in your life, but instead of being amazing and everything that you wanted it to be, it all fell to shit. And it crumbled and it just broke down and it became like this really traumatic thing. So when I look back now on 2012, I can see that where I'm currently at this very, very moment in my life, I am seeing the actual transmutation of that into something beautiful, actually into what I had always hoped that it would be is now happening right now. So it's very cool. So I actually would suggest to all of you to be reflective on that year and that time frame in your life and see if there's any correlation to what's going on now. So there's a huge tie into the Mayan calendar and this lunar eclipse right now. And I was also told in meditation to let you all know that it's important to pay attention to the winds of intuition, I was told. And there is insight flowing in and flooding from your higher self to you this week. And it's related to your inner child. So pay attention to perhaps doing some work with your inner child this week leading up to the lunar eclipse or on the lunar eclipse, because this work will help bring forth more truth about who you are and why you're here right now. So if you're kind of looking for more clarity on your mission work, this lunar eclipse is going to bring it in, but tapping into your inner child work is going to even bring more clarity. If you're not familiar with doing inner child work, what I usually do is when I go into meditation, I call upon my inner child and I'll go into a time frame, perhaps it'll be when I was 6 years old, and I'll see myself at 6, and I literally see like outfits that I wore at that time, my hairstyle, everything, and I just connect with her and wherever my happy place is, and we just communicate, and and she lets me know stuff, and there's healing that goes on, and I just make sure that she knows she's loved, that she's safe, and that she gets to be the inner child, which is laughter and love and fearlessness. And so you can, when you tap into that, you can bring it into your now, which is great for manifesting. So this is kind of what I was being given to share with you all about this upcoming lunar eclipse. It does happen late on the 27th into the 28th. And I would suggest definitely going into meditation around that time frame if you can. And ask for insight, ask for the guidance, call upon your guides and angels of the highest truth and compassion, and ask them to share with you what insight will help you understand you more and what your work here in this world is. So please leave in the comments below if you guys are seeing any parallels to events or relationships that have happened back in this time frame, but in 2012, and how you may be seeing it completely transcend and transmute into what Linda calls the gates of heaven opening up. I think it's really beautiful. So be prepared. She says there's also going to be a huge shift that we're all going to be feeling, and it's kind of like part of the event, and that it's kind of like the final stages. So keep a lookout for that. That's basically all I have for you guys today. I hope it really helps. And if you're interested in staying updated on anything that I'm doing, please head on over to my website, inflexibleme.com. I have a newsletter there that you can sign up for. And stay tuned, because I'll be coming back next week with my August energy reading. And also, if you are on that newsletter, you always get in, you get put into my contest where I draw someone from my email database to win a free crystal card reading. And so that'll be coming up very shortly. All right, everyone, have a great lunar eclipse. Sorry for not putting out a video last week. I was not feeling so hot. Pretty tired, a lot of fatigue, but feeling better today, and I'm glad I could get this video out in time so that you guys have enough time to kind of prep for this lunar eclipse and do some of your own soul searching and get some guidance in wherever you need it. All right, everyone, have a great week, and I'll be back with you soon.